All right, so we'll take advantage as we're waiting, okay, to talk about the game, okay? So just to reiterate what I just went over, okay, girls? So remember, on our half of the field, we're not trying to possess there, right? What are we trying to do when the ball's on our half?
Boot it up.
We don't boot it up, girls. We don't boot it up, okay? We play it forward. We get it into their half, okay? We're not just blindly booting, okay? We play it forward. We try and place it where we want it. We try and put it to feet. As we're doing that, what I want the 10s to do, they can check in to help bridge that as we continue the ball forward, correct? Okay, we talked about that at the last practice. So we want to push the ball. We don't want to necessarily possess on our half. We want to push it forward as quickly as possible. And then where do we want to possess? In their half, right? Now, we don't necessarily want to possess in their half. What do we want to do really? We want to score, right? So we want to go to goal as fast as you can. So as we're moving the ball forward, we're trying to go all the way up to the 9s, right? Or the 10s if we can run with it. We're trying to go towards goal, okay? So when we recover the ball, we want to score within how many seconds?
10.
Yep, 10 seconds, okay? Now, if we can't score within 10 seconds, do we just like lose the ball and no? What do we do? Yeah, then we possess on their half, right? Okay. If we lose the ball, what is it that we call it? 5 seconds of fear. Okay. We just throw numbers at it. We take away their options, right? And we put pressure on the ball immediately. Okay. Okay. And then also, if we can't recover the ball within 5 seconds, there is at least one other objective that we want to meet. What do we want to do with them on their half? Keep them on their half, right? We want to pin them on their half and constantly win the ball back, whether it be in 5 seconds or not. Like if we can't get it in the 5 seconds, we at least want to keep them on their half and win it in their half and not let them back into our half, okay? So then when we win the ball, where's our first touch? What's our mindset?
Forward.
Yeah, forward, right? Well, forward into space, right? Okay. We want to try and get the ball and go forward because when the other team loses the ball, they're in the least organized shape, right? So that's when we want to take advantage of it. And then as we attack, right? As we attack the goal, 9s. If you can't take a shot, but you can get up near the end, the goal line, right? What do we want to look for? What kind of passes? Pomo passes. That's right. Okay. As we're looking for those pomo passes, what my 9s and 8s and other 9 to do? Yeah, get in the box. What numbers in the box? Okay. Good. As we have numbers in the box, what do I want my defense to do? Rest defense, right? And then the one defender that's usually open, that's not on a wing or a 9, what do I want you to become? A 6, right? Take that space, own it. So if the ball pops out, boom, we put it right back in. Okay? So it makes sense. Now with our goal kicks, this is what we're going to work on today. Okay? In this scrimmage, I want us to have that good goal kick shape. And remember, we're not going to widen out, right? We're going to have the 4 defenders behind the ball, right? The keeper will take it, and then the 6s will leave that gap. Okay, I'm going to show it to you guys. I don't have my cones. I should have brought my cones. I don't know what I'm doing without my cones. But we'll demo it, right? And then we'll make sure that we get that. Okay. So our goal is in this game. Okay. Our goal is to get our goal kick down, right? Which I'll demo it to you. But that is one of our goals, to be confident with our goal kicks, right? To really, okay, that's the first objective. Confident with our goal kicks, okay? The next objective, what we want to work on is that 5 seconds of fury and pinning them on their side, okay? Right? And then also, I want to see if we can continue that high tempo, and when we win the ball, if we can take shots within 10 seconds, okay? Right? So those are the 3 objectives that I want to see if we can achieve in this game, all right? So the formation is a 4-2-2-2. That's an awesome formation, okay? Oh yeah, and then last thing, right? Which way do we want to force them?
Sideline.
Yeah, force them sideline, right? If you're on the opposite side, you're going to be towards the middle, right? Their opposite side player is the least dangerous, so we're going to force them. We're going to pin them up against the sideline, force them out of bounds, okay? As part of our defensive scheme, okay? Do you guys have any questions on anything I just said, or any questions about anything? Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to start the 2 defenders. Okay, will be the 2 center backs. Okay, you two guys right here. And then you guys right here will be my two outside backs. Okay. And I'm gonna have you play a 9 for Chloe.
Okay.
So you two will be the 9s to start. Okay. And then Brooke and Lena will be the two 6s, and then Livy and Quinn, you guys will start as the two 10s. Okay. Remember, you two, that transition is important, right? Up and down as those 10s. And then if the 6s or any defenders win the ball, make sure you're checking in and not just running off like a forward, okay? Because you're that bridge, right? Okay. Awesome. All right, so goal kicks, okay? So generally speaking, when we do the goal kicks, right, I've always asked you guys to be next to the ball and get really wide in this really wide shape. You guys remember that? That's like the norm for our goal kicks. And then the problem is we notice that every now and then, right, not always, but every now and then, like maybe you have a missed kick. It happens, right? So let's say you make a bad kick and you put it here. Where's our defense? Extremely wide, right? So now all of a sudden they're taking a shot right up the middle. Right? So that's kind of, we're not trying to build out, so it doesn't really make sense for us to push out like that into that shape. So we're gonna basically bring it in, right? So you're gonna be kind of at the top of the box. You're gonna, and then these 6s will actually be a little lower, okay? Now, our 10s, think of futsal, right? How we have the high and then we check in. So those 10s are gonna start high. And then as it's high, hopefully it's vacant, right? I don't know how they set up, but hopefully it's vacant because they're like gonna be on players, right? A 10 will check in and we're trying to hit that. As we're trying to hit that, these 6s will come underneath because most of the time when you send a goal kick, like you can call it almost a 50-50 ball, but by checking in, hopefully it's not a 50-50 ball. But a lot of times it'll hit off them or us and bounce back. And what do we call that? The second ball, right? So if our 6s come up, they could try and recover those second balls as it bounces our way. Does that make sense? Because usually the defender has the advantage. They're facing our goal. They're attacking it really. So a lot of times the second ball bounces back towards our goal. A lot of times. So those 6s, as they see the ball come in, we'll try and pick up that second ball. As we pick up that second ball, hopefully we could just play it forward right away and catch them off guard. Okay. We have the 9s there or that 10, the opposite 10. But does that make sense? So, and if we lose the ball, let's just say whatever reason it goes bad, they do get the ball. What do we have? You know how we got 6 right there waiting for it. So we're not giving up. We're not going to give up that easy shot like on those mistakes. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then if we win the ball, we're, like I said, we're not trying to possess it here. We're trying to push it up to their half and then keep it up there. Okay. Does that make sense on the goal kick? So this is, like I said, this will be our objective. We're going to try and get this down in this scrimmage today. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Wait. All right. Okay. Hey, good job. So obviously we're up. Was it 3-1? 3-1. Okay.
4-1 with their own goal.
Oh, that's right. Okay, they had no goal. Okay.
They did.
Yeah, they did have no goal. I forgot about the.
So it's technically 4-1.
Hey, but one of the first things I do want to shout out though is, as I've coached this team now, the first time I've ever seen a header goal from this team was today. So,
yes!
Woo! Viv!
Good job, Lena, on the delivery too. But there was a couple of things that I really like. I just want to compliment that we've been doing well. Okay, our 10s have been checking in and creating that bridge. Right, they check in, receive on a turn, and play that ball forward. Okay, but as we play that ball forward, we're gonna have more success if that forward pass is breaking the line. Right, a lot of times we can break the line because there's space, but we're like kind of hitting the player in stride right at the line, and if we could just push it through the line, it'll give our speed, because we have our forwards have some speed, and we could run and use that speed with the ball in front of us. Okay, so let's break the line a little bit more. We did create a lot of pomo opportunities. In fact, the own goal came off of a pomo pass, right? Yeah. Right. Pomo stands for position of maximum opportunity. Okay. However that falls, if we can get the ball in pomo and put it, make that negative pass back into the box, good things will happen. So an own goal, that's because we put the ball in a dangerous spot, right? Okay, and then one of the things that I do want to say that we need to improve on, okay, is when they win the ball, okay, I personally don't think we're doing that 5 seconds of fury very well. I think we're forgetting a lot. Like, and then I'll say, hey girls, and you're like, oh yeah, and then we start pressuring. Girls, it's got to be an automatic thing, okay? Be hungry up there. when that ball is on their half and it's kind of, they just regain possession, they're not ready, they're not in that attacking shape. They're picking their heads, they're trying to say, okay, what do I do? I just got the ball. That's when we need to bring it, okay? Defenders, remember we have rest defense. So if you're that player that doesn't have anyone, feel free to invert, take that space, or like take a little bit more risk and go help out in that pressure. We want to put numbers up so we can pin them in. That's our objective. We're trying to pin them in their half. I think they got out quite a bit. So this second half, I really want us to reiterate, okay, that pinning them in. So those defenders that are open on that rest defense, I want you guys to, if you have no one on you, I want you to start cheating up more and finding that space and like pin them in. Help us put that pressure and pin them in. If the ball pops out, it should be you guys getting the ball. A couple times they had a false nine who's there, like he's wearing like the keeper jersey. But
he's not on their team, he's one of their friends.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is that kid right there keeps getting the ball, and one of our open defenders should be inverting and taking that space, okay? And then lastly, are you guys seeing that goal kick? I think it worked out well. Yeah. So 6s stay tight on the defensive line. 10s, I want you high. And then Lily, the 10s and the Lily, you guys kind of have to do little winks, like like kind of like push, you know what I mean? And then as Lily's about to do, boom, you pop into that space. And then the 6s, you kind of underlap, and it could be a layoff pass, or it could just be that receive that second ball. I thought it actually went okay. Okay, really quick, what are you guys seeing that you guys want to bring up? Anything?
I think we're doing good at like possessing, but like you said, I think we're possessing a little too much in this half, which is good. But like, also I've seen we like pass back to where the ball came from. Like we'll pass back.
We're passing
we'll go
back
right back
into
instead
pressure.
of trying
Yeah,
to
we need
switch.
a little more movement
Yeah.
off the ball.
We
Correct.
need to try and switch the field symbol.
Yeah, that's great. And then you brought up a point, like girls, remember if the ball is dropped back to you, remember that first touch, right? It's a cue. If ball comes back, we know that we're going forward on the next pass. So a couple times it came back and we kept going back on another pass. No, it's back, forward, right? Forward, back through is like a pattern that we want to adopt. But like if a back pass comes, the next pass is going forward. So like if I'm a 9 and I drop a pass back to a 10, I'm going to immediately start making a run forward because I know what? I know the ball is coming back, right? It's a cue. I know it's happening. Or that the opposite 9 knows, oh, that ball just came back. That's going to be forward now. So we can start making runs off of that. Does that make sense? Okay, so remember, we're going to adjust those resting defense, okay? Resting defense. Push up, take that space. And then 10s. I really want us to put that ball through, okay? Also, remember, we're trying to score in 10 seconds, okay? Pin them in, score in 10 seconds, 5 seconds of fury, okay? You got it? Good job, girls. Let's go out there and have another good half.
Is it just starting?
Yeah, do exactly how we started, and then I'll. Okay. Except for, yeah, Lena.